Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. Redmissed in the house once again. How you doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing great, and we, my friends, are playing some more WWE Supercard. Now, I'm having to redo this video because the video audio had corrupted. So, I'm going to give a quick breakdown rather than go into detail like I did in yesterday's video. Now, or in last night's video for today. Now, the update has come out, which is showing that the Hall of Fame tier is 100% correct. So when I showed you this video, or when I done the video saying that this is a brand new tier, now I was correct, but then I'm also wrong. So basically what they're saying is about with this update is, as you can see right here, you can see that the Hall of Fame card is a hardened card in this one right here. But when we look at it in a little bit more depth, we can basically see, this is actually going to Stone Cold Steve Austin's page, but there is a link on the other one that lets you read a little bit more in detail about what the Hall of Fame cards are. Now, basically, the easiest way to explain a Hall of Fame card is to basically say they're a throwback card. Now, if you remember rightly, back in the sort of season 2, there was the throwback cards that you could buy. Now, throwback cards were always that little bit better than a standard card, and that's what these basically are. So Hall of Fame cards are pretty much event cards that we can buy from packs. So we're going to be able to open up these packets and have a possibility of obviously getting a pro. Now, these stats are showing the hardened cards at the moment. There looks to be, from what they're saying in the big long post, they're basically showing that they're going to be doing cards for all of these tiers. So you can see that the Ultimate Diamond Dallas Page right there. So they are going to be putting a lot of superstars in here. They do go on to say about Blaze as well. So I'm pretty sure that Blaze will probably be a WrestleMania card, because they're not showing it, but they are hinting at her. But it kind of looks as if they're probably going to have like maybe 2 to 4 different superstars in each Hall of Fame tier. So you have the possibility of getting like a variety of heroes, or superstars. So they're probably going to have probably about 50 to 60 different superstars between male and female, and this is probably going to go across every single tier. So by my calculations, I would assume possibly 4 males and 2 females for every single tier, and then that will probably work out the whole entire Hall of Fame tier. So pretty much, as I say, what they basically are a boosted version of the tier that they are in. So, for example, they're going to be, in my calculations, they're going to be the same as if you have like the WrestleMania version of one of the cards, they're going to be the same as an event WrestleMania 33. So they're basically going to tie in stats, which will give everybody the possibility to, if you weren't sort of able to get event pros, you're going to be able to obviously get these Hall of Fame heroes and bring yourself up to the same standard of everybody that had obviously managed to grind out the events when you weren't able to grind them out. So it could be quite interesting. It's going to be really, really cool to see what superstars they bring in. Now, I don't know about about you guys, but put down in the comments down below, who would you really like to see? Now, me personally, I would love to see the comeback of Eddie Guerrero. and have Eddie Guerrero as once again one of the best, if not the best, for charisma, because he is absolutely amazing. He was always a really, really entertaining hero throughout the years of the younger times of generations, like through the sort of 90s of the WWE or WWF into the WWE. So he would be an amazing hero to see, or superstar. I keep saying hero, I'm sorry. To come back into it. There would be some really cool things that they could do. That they could. I know that WWE obviously are always going to hold the rights for like the Road Warriors and stuff like that. So if Cat Daddy could get the rights to put them into the game, that would be absolutely incredible. If they can get the rights to add Blaze into the game, I'm pretty sure they can get the rights to be able to add some of the true legends into the thing. Like, obviously we're not going to name certain people, but you know, obviously, Benoit, that in mind, we're going to be checking out who else they could possibly be putting into the Hall of Fame tier. But, that being said, guys, who would you like to see coming in to the Hall of Fame tier? So put this down in the comments down below before any more leaks come out about the Hall of Fame tier, because I would love to see if you guys' suggestions and stuff make it into the tier. Now, obviously, I'm posting all of this stuff before we are getting more and more leaks. So by the time you guys see this video, there could be even more reveals as to what the higher level Hall of Fame cards could be. But as of yet, what I've seen has been a hardened Trish Stratus, a Diamond Dallas Page Ultimate, Stone Cold Steve Austin hardened as well. So I haven't really looked on the Twitters today, so I haven't really seen anything major today. So if there's any new updates, I'm going to be checking after this video. But it would be really, really interesting to see what they're going to be doing, because that would also suggest to me the fact that they're bringing these cards in and they are going to be up to a WrestleMania tier. Now, they could still obviously go ahead with a season reset, but I don't think they're going to do that, guys. I honestly believe that they are going to continue Season 3. And the reason for this is because of the fact of they are putting in heroes of every single tier that you can buy. So it would make no sense whatsoever for them to go ahead and reset this right now, because everyone that is willing to buy the Hall of Fame tier packs will just constantly buy the tier packs until they have a full team of WrestleMania 33 Hall of Fame cards, which will basically destroy any future events that they go ahead and do, because of the fact of these cards would be of the same caliber as an event pro. So, for example, the Samoa Joe that we're grinding out right now, he's going to be of the exact same tier level, maybe a little bit lower than the better cards in the Hall of Fame tier, but he will definitely be of the same kind of caliber as those WrestleMania 33 Hall of Fame pros. So it would make no sense whatsoever them go and make a Season 4, because everybody that wants to spend money on the game will just go and buy like maybe £100 worth of these cards, get super lucky and get themselves sort of 3 or 4 pros, and then they're not going to have to play the events to get the event cards because they've already got cards that are of the same caliber. So to me, that would say that these cards are gonna go to WrestleMania tier, maybe even the next tier up, but they're not gonna go to the very, very top tier. Now, this is why I think there's gonna be 2 tiers coming into the game, because of the fact that these pros will easily get you into the next tier, and the pros of the next one will obviously get you up into the very top tier, but then you're still going to have to grind out events in order to get the pro of the cards of the very, very top tier. Now, I could be wrong with this, guys. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think they're going to go for a complete reset on the season? Maybe they will. I don't know. Maybe these Hall of Fame card packs will be in like various stages. So you might be able to get, like, say, super rare to ultra rare Hall of Fame cards, say epic to SummerSlam, hardened to ultimate, and then a WrestleMania to whatever the next one will be. Maybe the next tier will be Great Balls of Fire or Fire tier. Who knows? So they could do it in stages and then obviously have it as different price tags. But then also tell me in the comments down below, how much do you think the top of the line will cost? Because I think at the moment for the WrestleMania packs, at the moment they're like 5,500 credits, which is a lot of money. That's like sort of 20 odd pound just to get one card. That's a lot of money, so it could be even more expensive, guys. Maybe they're going to turn around and say, well, the next tier or the Hall of Fame cards, they might even cost like 6,000 credits just for you to be able to get the possibility of it. Maybe they're going to give you a couple of cards in it. It might be 6,000 credits and they're all guaranteed Hall of Fame cards. Maybe you're going to be guaranteed, like, say, a hardened card, an ultimate card, and a WrestleMania card, and they'll all be Hall of Fames. Who knows what they're going to do, because obviously it's not in the game right now, but it is very, very interesting to see what they're going to do, because to me, they're basically saying that there's going to be more tiers in the game, because of the fact that they're not going to want you to spend money on the WrestleMania cards and then all of a sudden turn around and say, well, we're going to give a new tier now, so haha, you've spent loads of money for no reason. A lot like they did back in the Season 1, because a lot of people were furious about that, because they spent loads and loads of money on the Season 1 cards, on the Season 1 events, getting all their teams up, and then it was a complete and utter reset going into Season 2. And that's why they didn't reset Season 3, and they've basically brought in, obviously, the SummerSlam, the Hardened, Elite, Ultimate, and now WrestleMania tier, because they didn't want to reset again and have all of that negative feedback from what they got from Season 1 to Season 2. So, I don't know, but tell me your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. What do you think about these Hall of Fame cards? Are you looking at them? Are you going to be trying to get them? Do you think they're going to be super, super expensive? And on top of that, guys, do you wish, and this is the biggest one for me, I wish that they make it that you can pull them from the board and not just buy them, or have the possibility of earning them from some other way than just buying them. Now, obviously, I can understand that they're probably going to work it off of the same basis as the throwback cards. So if you're not prepared to buy them, you're not going to have them. But because of the fact that they could potentially be bringing in some really good heroes, like, I would love to have Blaze, because back in the day, obviously, I'm not old enough to have been around when she was in WWE or WWF, but I did see the older video, or the videos of her when she was in WCW and stuff, like that famous clip when she left WWE, or back in the day, WWF, and she drops the WWF belt into the bin because she left WWF and went over to WCW. That was absolutely amazing. But it would be really, really cool to obviously get some of these superstars, but I don't want to have the chance of spending 50, 60, 70 plus pounds or dollars if you're from America, whatever currency you run in, and then not get the particular superstars that I want, because everybody knows that when it comes to card packs, it is complete and utter luck. And it's not so much that I want the card because of obviously it's going to be a really good diva and or female superstar now, and she's going to help my team or whatever. It's because of the fact that I would love to have those pictures in my album. So it would be really, really cool if you could do that kind of thing. Like maybe if like who knows if they could do it, but I doubt they're going to do it because I think they would have done it by now, being 3 seasons in. But even if they bring in, for example, a trading shop of some kind, like if you're lucky enough to obviously go and get one of these cards, you could always put it up on the trading market for a couple of superstars that are possibly going to help you out. And then people that really, really want that card are going to be willing to give you those superstars. So who knows? Like, you might go and buy a pack and have, like, I don't know, just say it's Hall of Famer and it's Bret the Hitman Hart for WrestleMania 33 tier, right? So you might want to get a second one of him, and then someone might turn around and say, well, I'm going to need, I don't know, a Seth Rollins, a Dean Ambrose, and a Rusev WrestleMania 33 card for this particular superstar. And there's going to be people that are willing to pay that because of the fact that when you get higher up in the game, you're not going to need cards as much. So you're going to be willing to trade away that little bit more in order to get those superstars that you really, really want or that will really benefit your team. So that would possibly cause problems when it comes to the later stages of the game because people might be asking for stupid amounts. But it would be really, really cool if they make it so that you can't trade event cards. Because if they make it so you can trade event cards, then it will become ridiculous. Because people will turn around and say, well, I've got this Hall of Fame Bret the Hitman Hart, and I want event Matt Hardy, event Jeff Hardy, and event Samoa Joe, and I'll give you this pro Hall of Fame Bret the Hitman Hart. Like, that's just going to be ridiculous. So it'd be really cool if they maybe put a limit on things, or maybe if they put a limit onto how many cards of each tier you can ask for. So maybe they'd turn around and say, well, you can ask for a maximum of 3 cards for this one card that you're trying to trade, but you can only ask for 1 WrestleMania 33, 1 Ultimate, and 1 Hardened. Or because it's a WrestleMania tier, maybe 1 WrestleMania and 2 Ultimates. Maybe it will be a case of you can only ask for 1 card of the same tier of the tier that you're trying to sell. I don't know. Maybe they'll turn around and put it as a straight up 1-for-1 trade. So maybe you'll have to make an offer for the card. So I don't know. There could be plenty of things that they'll do. Just tell me in the comments down below what you think. These are all just obviously suggestions and ideas that I have in my mind. I'm just kind of babbling on, talking about random stuff, doing crazy stuff and things while playing. But tell me your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. I know this has been a longer video, but hey, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and show some support. And I shall see you in the next one. Peace on the streets.